Hello and welcome back to another video. So, in our today's video, we are going to see third important point of our third important pillar of our OPS concept, that is encapsulation. Let's see what meant by encapsulation. So, basically, encapsulation is a mechanism. With the help of that mechanism, we are able to wrapping the different types of variable and their methods in a one single unit. The one example like that all know about the medicine, which are having containing different types of chemicals or different types of abstracts are there. So all different abstracts are gathered in one capsule. That's why we are calling that capsule. Same like as there in our capsulation, we are gathering different types of variables in one container, and in another container we are carrying different types of methods, and both things the both things are we are gathered in one capsule. That's why we are calling it as an encapsulation. For encapsulation achievement, we are considering some important points. That is, first important point is we have to always put our variables in our class in a private specifier. And second point is, for achieving encapsulation, we have to putting all our methods as a public, and we are also need setters and getters method. We are seeing that means what is meant by setters and getters method. So basically, encapsulation is a combination of hiding the data and abstraction. How that works, we are seeing in next example. So basically, in our encapsulation, there is a we are taking one example. So let's consider there is a one class, that is a class A and class B are there present. We have to achieve encapsulation. For that, we are we have to implement that data. That means our variable consider as a integer, private integer, private integer value is there, and we have to achieving the hiding data at that point. That because we are specify that integer value in a private data, so that uh, so that uh, mm, so that private variable cannot be accessed outside of that class. That data will be captured in a class. That is, we are achieving our first term, that is hiding data. And next is we have to use abstraction for achieving encapsulation. That is, we are creating variables in private and methods in public. That's why with the help of these methods, we are achieving or we are improvising or correction that data without changing that variable. For we are creating public methods. So for capturing that value, we create one method, that is public value getter value and parenthesis. That is our method name is public void public void getter and parenthesis. With the help of that getter value, we are able to import the value from the user or from our main method, and we have to create one more method for the displaying that value which is stored or which is getting from our setter. That is, we are creating the second method is public integer public integer value. So here we are using return type as an integer. In our first case, we are writing setter's return type as a void. That means we are only getting the input from the user or from our main class. We are not able to, or we are not require any output from that class. We are only have to set the value. That's why we are using the return type as a void. That means null. We have to not need to return any value or any aspect from that. In our getter method, we have to give output to the user or give output to our main method access. That's why we are putting return type. In our example, we are putting return type as an integer. That means we are giving some output to our main method or displaying method. So in that method, we are written as public int value. There our return type is integer. Okay. So for achieving all these things, we have to create or we have to take input from our second class. That is our class B. Consider in a class B, we are creating a main method, that is our public static void main method. In that main method, we are creating a object of class A, because we have to change or we have to achieve the encapsulation from our class A, or we have to achieve the putting the value, or we have to achieve the get the changing the value which is stored in private integer or private variable. That's why we are creating an object of class A, that is class A OB is equal to new class A. In that case, we are using object as a OB. After that, we have to set the value for that variable. So for setting that variable, we are calling that object in our main method or in our B class. For the calling that setter method, we are written here as a OB set value, and we are giving that value within their curly braces. Let's consider we are giving the value as 100. So we can give the value 100 in our B class or in our main method. That value will be directly assigned in our setter method in class A, and we are using in our setter class, we are using one more variable, or we are considering that in our in our setter method we written as main method, and within the in our setter class, the setter class value, and in that bracket we are considered as a x variable is there. So we can do what, that 100 value which is given from our main method, that value will be stored in our get setter class, that is the integer type. So that's why we are assigning that our integer value 100 value x, which is stored in x, that value we will assign to the our value, like as we are after that our object of setter, behind that we are written as value is equal to x. That means we are set that value x is equal to value. That means the value we are getting from our main class, that will be our setting to our x, or our variable value. We are setting that value. After that, we have to display that method, or we have to display that result. For that, we are using getter method. In our getter method, sorry, in our class A, we are using next method is getter method. In getter method, we have to display, or we have to replicate that our result or output in for the user or for the main class. We are displaying that method in with the help of our main class. That's why we are written in our we are written in our getter method, that is return value. The return is a keyword which help to return that output to the return that output, which in that case we are calling that our object from main class. There we are getting that output. So displaying that output in our main class, we are using one more object. We are creating object of that getter method. That is like as we are getting sysort. That means system.out.println, and we are creating object within that sysort. Within that within that parenthesis of sysort, we are creating object like ob dot getter method, getter value. That means the value which is achieved by our setter method, that is x, which is given by the main method. That value will be set in our setter method, in stored in x variable, and we are assigning that x variable value to our main value. That's why the main integer value will be changed within that stored x value, that is 100, and we are displaying that value with the help of sysort written in main method or in another class. After that, we compiling that program, we are getting output as a value is equal to 100. That means we are achieving the encapsulation. For encapsulation, we are using that method. We cannot be change the variable. Our variable is private type. That's why the private cannot be accessible by outside the class. We can achieve the we can say that we can achieve that terms to change the variable without changing that value or without changing the main value of that variable with the help of their methods. That is the overview of our encapsulation. So encapsulation, one more example of encapsulation is we know the vehicle, we know the car. The car is consisting engine. That engine is stored in car, but that engine is not visible for the driver, but that is in the use. That means there we are using hiding method for hide the engine and abstraction for using that engine. That means encapsulation. We are achieving encapsulation in that case also. And class is the best example for encapsulation. Thank you.